Alright, so this is our new Mark 1 bot setup. You have someone who makes the head, someone who makes the body, someone who makes the drive, and then you have this guy who puts it all together. So he'll just very simply take the head, put it in, body, put it in, and the drive and put it in. And I actually had to give him a memory upgrade, as you can see from his massive brain. Very smart. And I will show you the whole process. So once this is moved, it'll go on. And then this guy's gonna build the head. Once it's gone now, puts that there. Gonna go take the body. The guy who's constructing the body is gonna make it. Put it there. Drive. Puts it there. Gonna construct it. Now this guy who makes the drive, I actually made him put the pole into his pocket. As you can see, he'll do that. He'll take out the pole and then put it back in. Which is pretty rare to be using in robots, to have them stow stuff in their pockets, but I felt it was fitting, and it's more efficient to just have them do 2 trips instead of 3. But as you can see, all the parts replace themselves, and so we'll have a constant stream of Mark 1 bots now, which means we can stop making these guys. I can go over here, go to the, where is it? Mark 0 bot maker, stop all of them, and we will just, I'm gonna, first of all, I'm gonna put these guys into a team. Here we go. Then I'm going to take these ones. I'm just going to make a team called Placed. We're going to take this guy who's unused. We're going to take the Mark 0 bot makers, replace, and we can take them all as a team and bring them all to one place. And they will stay there forever until we can dispose of them properly. But we don't really need the basic bots anymore. So now I think I'm going to work on replacing all of the Mark 0 bots with Mark 1s instead, which will take a while, but since you're watching a video, it's going to be pretty much instant. I will be back when I'm finished with that. Okay, so I built this new system. Basically, we have Mark 1 bots instead are building their respective tools. Then they take the tools themselves and put them into storage, rather than a robot just picking them up and bringing them somewhere. So next, I have a robot that is bringing axes down here so that they're closer here. As you can see, they're all out of tools because I put all of the previous robots that I'm about to replace right here. Now I'm going to go up here, and I have a bot that's making speed upgrades, which is good. It both increases their walking speed and their tool usage speed, which is very nice. And I'm going to, real quick, build that. Now that that is built, I'm going to put it up here, and I'm going to very quickly, because I'm running out of logs to use, very quickly make a sensor upgrade. This allows the bots to see in a larger area and to search for things faster. Now I'm going to hold control and right click to apply upgrades, and you can see the drive upgrade made the wheels bigger, and the sensor upgrade made the head bigger. You can visually represent exactly what they are. And I'm just going to call this one Tree Chop. It's a normal name. I have Mark 1 Forestry right here. And this one's going to have a little bit of a different coding. So we're going to go here. He's going to supply his own tools. Going to do that until his hands are full. Then he's going to go cut trees. And he has a very large area because of the sensor upgrade. So we're going to cut trees in this 21 by 21 area. And I'm going to get bots to make it so that we could cover this area and dig up pretty much the entire thing. But for now, I'm going to have him do that. until this log storage is full forever. Let's hand him the axe. He'll skip over grabbing the axe because I already handed him one because of the hand until hand's full, and he'll just keep going forever. You could see, I think he's a lot faster than the other bots. So I'll get some logs on. I'm going to actually upload him as Mark 1 tree chop, so we could reuse his code later if needed. Okay, so I'm gonna make an update to this area, 21 by 21. Very good. And so now I know where to assign my bots, and I'm going to have them dig up the turf here, place turf in the correct areas, and we're going to make this place look good. Okay, update. So I've got many Mark 1 bots now working on this area. Obviously this area is too big for them to really fill the whole thing out right now. Once this gets full, then they'll start filling it out, but I can download their programs and make more bots. But in the meantime, as long as the log storage isn't running out, I don't really worry about them not being fully efficient. I mostly right now want to get rid of all these bots. So I've been building up the replace tab for all the bots that are no longer in use. And that's basically what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to put all of this Forestry Mark 0 bots into the unused category. And hopefully I did this all right. Just be able to, that's why I marked the team like this and made a separate one. Boom, all in there. Do this on the stop. And I already have a collection coming up over here. What I can do is I can press to me, and all of the replace spots will all come over here. So that kind of clears the area, lets me see better. Now you can see really what's working. He does have one chopping trees, doing well. Is keeping up with the planting. What I think I need to do is get one of these. Okay, then I'm going to upload dump dig, and I've been doing this part. I've been doing for every robot. We get them a sensor upgrade. One of these. This increases both their range and lowers the time it's required to find something. And then we have a speed upgrade, which lets them go faster, and it lets them do activities faster, like digging stumps. So I'm just going to link that program to it. It's press play. They'll go over here. Like I said, they'll supply themselves with their own tools. Then they'll work this entire area. I opted to go for a checkerboard pattern again, much like this over here, just so I can fit more trees. And I had bots, as you can see, put turf on the places that will be walked on and won't be planted trees on. So this way, the bots are now slightly faster when traveling on the turf, rather than having to walk through an entire forest, although some of them do opt to go through the stumps for some reason. Even though it would be faster, they just take the turf paths diagonally. But oh well. I think I might even get a third one of these guys. So this is pretty much what I've been doing, is I've just been crafting upgrades by hand, which I should probably have a bot do that now. In fact, I will. Right after this bot. And now, got 3 of these guys digging up stumps, which should be enough to keep up with the guy planting the trees. So the guy planting the trees, here I'll show you. He has 5 slots because I gave him a strength upgrade and of course a sensor upgrade so that he can reach the entire area. Right now I only have the crude upgrades, which will give you a small boost, but they're very useful regardless. So I recommend as soon as you upgrade those, as soon as you unlock the upgrades, just start applying them to every bot and start automating the production of the upgrades as well. It's why I also have another basic bot workbench. I'm going to be making, these are the most important ones, the speed, sensor, power, and brain upgrade. So I've already told you what these 2 do. Strength upgrade gives or power upgrade gives you one more slot. The crude one does anyway. The brain upgrade increases the storage space, which is what I did for this guy. That's why he has such long code and still has 3 kilobytes free. I don't recommend using these for anything other than bots that are crafting things, because it's useful to have one bot crafting things on its own rather than a series of bots, which is why the memory upgrade is useful. I'm gonna have the bots start making these sensor upgrades, and I'm gonna show you how I do for all the recipes that require, say, more than one plank. I make it so that you only need to put one of each material, and then I'm going to just put a speed upgrade for the heck of it. Don't really need it, it's not important. But what I do is I'm gonna name this guy Mark 1 sensor upgrade, make, and I'm gonna record. I like to go for this specific one. If there's an item you could put in your pocket and do that, it's just faster that way. With the plank storage, you're gonna put the amount of times that you need the planks, and be mindful of the inventory space that these guys have, because these guys have 4, which is perfect for this. And then you're gonna want to put there and make sure that you do it until hand's empty, because otherwise he's gonna put 1 and he's gonna have 3 in his hand, and it's gonna block his next thing that he wants to do. Then you take out the pole, you just press Q, takes out your last stowed item, and then you craft it like that. And now do that forever until this thing is full. There you go. Now anytime you pick it up, it's gonna go to work like that. Put it in his pocket, and take 4 planks. As you can see, these guys interact much faster than the other bots, which is great. Replace that, pull it out, boom. Easy as that. And then he's gonna wait until it's empty again. I'm gonna do that for the other 2 upgrades as well, and then I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. All of these are being made automatically. Now there's a lot smaller of a delay between grabbing the bots, upgrading them, and sending them to work. So I'm just gonna work on getting these guys doing their jobs faster, making sure we're producing a lot more, because you want to make sure that as you scale to more complex projects, you're going to need more and more of the basic resources. You want to make sure that you're always working on making it better, making it more efficient, adding more bots, changing out the bots, making them at the most up-to-date version of the bots. Because if you don't, you are going to take a lot longer to complete. So just make sure that you're focused on upgrading the bots properly, and you should be fine. Also, don't try to help the bots if they're slow. If they're not chopping trees fast enough, don't chop trees with them. If they're not digging fast enough, don't dig with them, because especially later in the game, you spending time to do that takes way longer than just assigning new bots. So never be afraid to just make more bots, just as many as you want, to make it faster. Now that all the forestry is sorted, I'm going to work on crafting all of these things, probably replacing these bots that are moving back and forth. I think I'll do that. I think I'll replace all of the Mark 0 bots that I currently have, and then I think I'll end the video there. There's a lot of stuff that I've gotten done today. I will replace all of the Mark 1 bots today, and then I think I'll leave it there. Alright, I believe that's every bot. Every Mark 0 bot replaced with a Mark 1 bot. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go here, go to replace, there's 50 of them. They've all stopped to me. And you can see all of the robots that are now not being used all coming over here. And that's satisfying. Now, we just have the Mark 1 bots, which are much better at their job and look much better. And we have a lot fewer of them as well, since we don't need as many to do the same amount of work. But yeah, that's where I'll end it. Next time, we'll work on farming fruit, and I guess pumpkins as well. And we'll continue researching and get to evolution level 2. So we've got a lot of stuff to do next. Hope you enjoyed watching the video, and make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you can get my next video if you want to see it. Thank you for watching. See you.